and welcome everyone to another Daily 8 on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Panarski here with the top 8 stories you need to know this Thursday. Lots to get to per usual here on the Daily 8, and we begin with an update on the tipped wages bill currently being discussed in Lansing by lawmakers. The bill has garnered a lot of attention since it was first introduced, and as of Wednesday, a reworked version has passed the State House. Now, the bill has passed the State Senate last week and would amend the Improved Workforce Opportunity Wage Act, which is set to go into effect Friday following a ruling by the Michigan Supreme Court. Without any action from the legislature, those who are considered tip workers, like restaurant servers, will be paid 45% of the standard minimum wage, which will increase every year through 2030 until it matches the minimum hourly rate in Michigan. We have a full breakdown of exactly what that looks like and sort of the discourse going on as of now, as of Thursday morning. On this bill. There is another bill in place that would lower those percentages, but it is tied to another bill for sick time, which is still being negotiated by lawmakers at this time. Michigan Supreme Court is going to look a little bit different in the next few months after Chief Justice Elizabeth Clement announced that she will be stepping down. Clement did not give a reason for her resignation, set to go into effect at the end of April, but did say how proud she was of her time in that role in a press release that was sent out this week. The Supreme Court is currently a 5-2 majority of justices backed by Democrats and could swing to 6-1 when Governor Gretchen Whitmer appoints a new justice. Whoever she picks will have to run for re-election in 2026 and serve an 8-year term. Clement has served on the Supreme Court in Michigan since 2017 and has been Chief Justice since 2022. The owners of 6 Grand Rapids dispensaries are suing the city, claiming its social equity policies have effectively become a fine for them. The suit alleges that in 2018 and 2020, the city adopted 2 different equity programs which required cannabis licensees to have a social equity plan in place. The city's website said that it was voluntary to start those plans, but that once a plan was submitted, it was legally enforceable. These plans could range from maintaining a diverse workforce or suppliers to helping start other businesses in the area. If a dispensary failed to meet these plans, though, they could face sanctions and fines from the city. Those involved in the lawsuit say that they have paid a total of $2.2 million between 2022 and 2024. News 8 reached out to the city for comment, but was declined that request. A Muskegon Heights man is expected to make a full recovery after police found him suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning. It happened over the weekend when 2 police officers discovered the man lying on the ground, nearly unconscious inside his home. The man had reportedly tried to heat the home with his stove. Once officers arrived, they discovered the home was about 187 degrees inside and that the home was flooded with gas as the carbon monoxide detector there was faulty. Thankfully, though, the man was taken to a nearby hospital where he is recovering, but law enforcement are using this incident as a reminder to everyone to make sure that you check your carbon monoxide detectors and to also not heat your homes with alternative sources. And some sad news now out of Ionia County as an iconic landmark is set to be removed. The Ionia County Road Department is working to make changes to the intersection of Zam Road and Krupp Road, but in doing so, they will be taking down the famous shoe tree. It's a big oak tree that has dozens and dozens of shoes hanging from it that people have thrown up into the branches. The tree is unfortunately within the 6-foot shoulder where the project will be happening. The tree is planned to come down sometime before April 14th, so you do have a little bit of time to throw one last pair up there or check it out for yourself. Next, we have some important information for patients at one CVS in Grand Rapids. The pharmacy at 1155 Fuller Avenue Northeast near Leonard Street is set to close on March 6th. If you get your prescriptions from there, don't worry about losing them. A spokesperson with CVS told News 8 that they will simply be transferred to another nearby location. That one will be 1550 Lake Drive near Wealthy Street. Patients can, of course, move those prescriptions to another CVS if they prefer, or maybe one closer to where they live. Employees with CVS at that closing CVS have also been offered comparable roles within another CVS locations, according to a spokesperson there. Now let's get you a look at your forecast with the help of Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Very localized heavy lake effect snow, mostly in the Van Buren County, Berrien and Cass County. Everybody else, just some light snow, basically less than an inch. You can see pretty quiet throughout the United States overall, but Yeah, the snow, again, very heavy at times, especially South Haven, Benton Harbor area, maybe around Dowagiac, Cassopolis, 2 to 6 inches of snow, and we have the advisory extended till 1 o'clock this morning for those counties. You can see the hourly planner. I think inland areas will essentially dry out this afternoon. We'll still hang on to those clouds of the wind around 5 to 15 miles an hour out of the north and west. What we're tracking out there is a quiet weekend, actually beginning tomorrow, and warmer temperatures arrive, especially tail end of the weekend. And believe it or not, we have some 40s to wind down the month of February. It shows up in that 8-day forecast. A little bit of a wintry mix on Monday. It'll be fairly light. I think a more substantial system is possible on Thursday, but you can see by the end of the weekend above freezing and even 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Good packing snow.
All right, thanks, Matt. And we end today's show reminding everyone that our Black History Month special is set to air tonight at 7 p.m. And we've been bringing you the stories that you'll see all month long, including one story that just released about a lost and then found tape that preserved the time Martin Luther King Jr. came and spoke at Western Michigan University. Dr. King stopped by the Kalamazoo campus on December 18, 1963. The tape had the full speech from that visit to the community and was actually believed to be lost for about 30 years. That was until it was discovered again in 1997. Our very own Josh Sanchez brings us that story, which you can find over on woodtv.com right now. And you'll also be able to find it in tonight's Black History Month special. Like I said, make sure you tune in. That is, again, happening at News 8 at 7. That is going to do it for us today on the Daily 8. We will, of course, be back again tomorrow with 8 more stories for your Friday, including a look at your weekend planner. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.